77 years of service to humanity, 60 years of partnership with Jamaica, and the continued push towards the full implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals (SDGs. The United Nations has been working to make the world a better place for all. Recently, Jamaica's United Nations country team, the government, as well as local and international development stakeholders convened in a milestone forum to strengthen and chart new partnership strategies as the island sprints towards effecting Vision 2030 and the SDGs.
The government of Jamaica is pleased to join the international community in observing UN Day. And this morning's flag-raising ceremony is an emotional reminder of that occasion 60 years ago when our first Prime Minister, Sir Alexander Bustamante, witnessed the hoisting at the United Nations headquarters of the black, green, and gold. That very act of raising our flag simultaneously elevated the hopes and aspirations of a small island country entering the global arena with outsized visions for its future.
Since then, Jamaica has played an outstanding role in the United Nations system, helping to call international attention to such significant matters as human rights, decolonization, economic cooperation and indebtedness, and of course, women's issues.
I think we can all agree that the ideologies have always been driven by a desire to chart the best path for Jamaicans and to afford each man, woman, boy, and child the opportunity to achieve their full potential and have sustainable livelihoods.
Of note too is Jamaica's strides in social and human capital development, which coincided with improvements in the macroeconomic condition. Among them, the reining in of inflation, credible reductions in unemployment, and a social safety net reform program.
So as we close the curtain on the last 60 years, I think history, once written, will conclude that Jamaica has made notable strides. However, one of my personal guiding principles is to approach every issue from the premise that, as I said, we can do better.
The 60-year playback also tells stories of losses and challenges. And though meandering, it is these challenges that underpin the relevance of the United Nations and its pursuit for partnerships for peace, planet, and prosperity.
The United Nations must remain the space for constructive dialogue and a beacon for sustainable peace, prosperity, and the future of our planet.
Friends, the best way to predict the future is to create it. Time is against us, and we cannot foresee or predict the next big upheaval. However, we can prepare for it by building resilient businesses, institutions, social systems, and economies. Our only limitations lie in a failure to recognize and utilize our limitless creativity and ingenuity.
I think in Jamaica, we've constantly spoken about talent and not about business. What I think we need to do is look at business models that are viable. So how do you help creatives to partner with people who can help them create the structures that then become a business? Our focus is export, because you're not going to grow and you're not going to thrive through selling to 3 million people. So you really have to take creative product to the international market.
As we accelerate towards achieving the SDGs, plans are afoot to delve deeper into Jamaica's largely untapped orange economy, as well as increase partnerships in the blue and green economies. These interconnected sectors, with their immeasurable impact, could turn the tide on our economic progress.
Today, notwithstanding our challenges, in that same spirit of optimism, Jamaica reaffirms her commitment to the vision and work of the United Nations and our adherence to the principles of multilateralism, and indeed the place multilateralism holds as a core principle of our foreign policy.